Good afternoon, Dragon Warrior Randomizer fans. This is Wanderdown, and we're watching this. And these are two Game 3s of the first round of brackets in the bracket section of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament. Now, it's the same ROM for all four players, but there's two separate races going on here. The first one is the top race, which is Darren versus ryguy 3745. Each of them are at 1-1. And down below is NESCardinality versus sillydabbit, who are also at 1-1. Each one of these is win or go home. With me in the booth is DK9146. We have Beta and Angel on tracking and Veluv doing the restream. DK, how's everything going?
Oh, it's going well. It's going better than that 5-strength start I see here for these runners. They do get sleep, but 5-strength is no fun. We'll see what the king gives them. I think that's going to be very crucial. But yeah, win and get home. Win or go home. It's amazing. We're in round one of the brackets, and it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It always is. So the goal for anyone new is you are going to be the hero of trying to save Alefgard and looking for the 3 homework items. Never mind, we're starting at top. We've got a blue slime on Darren's side, ryguy's cat sprite, NESCard with the hero, and sillydabbit with the hero from Crystallis, one of my favorite games when I was younger. And the first chest is gold. Second is also gold and a key. But, so we've got plenty of gold. We're going to see if they want to save or, just venture out to see if they could find a town straight away to pick up some gear to offset that awful 5-strength.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think saving here is a good idea. Darren's going to just walk out. Darren, the only one that got broadsword cash out of the 2 chests. The other's just a little short. Scorpion's way out. But I think we're going to see a little exploration from these runners initially, see if anything's nearby. And there's a town for Darren.
Well, let's see if it pays off for him. Although the enemies hanging around close aren't that bad. We're seeing a bunch of blue slimes. Darren finds Gorinham and gets there's a bamboo pole and a half plate if he wants it, and he's going for the pole.
Yeah, he'll pick up the pole and half plate. You take what it gives you. It's got all the big money in there, but most importantly, access the torches with that sleep. Going to be really nice to get out of these initial levels, depending on what the level ups come with.
And while there's no keys for the back of Gorinham, there's still, you've got enough money. You can pick up a dragon scale, some torches, some herbs. It really helps the survivability and keeping your position when you're out exploring for now.
Yeah, and everybody else, no one coming across this town. So Darren going to be a little geared up while everybody's trying to take stuff on. We see ryguy trying to sleep and kill a Draki, which is always fun. Same thing going down here for Dabbit. NESCard getting his typical will walk half the map without an encounter. Luck here. We'll see if he can find something, and we'll be out of ham for Darren in a moment.
Yeah, I don't blame ryguy for doing sleep on the Draki. With 5-strength, you can attack Drakis, but yeah, you're gonna pay for it at that. But Darren might have a little bit of extra luck with that, with the +2 he gets from having the bamboo pole equipped. But the magic Draki might be a bit much, except that he's gonna start throwing torches at it. That's gonna probably catapult him right to level 2 if he doesn't get surprised with some horrid attack to go home.
Yeah, easy money with the torches. He's still got a lot of the gold left over too to buy more if he's so inclined. But we're going to get 2 power, 10 agility, 5 hit points, and we can repel things eventually. We don't want to repel anything right now, though.
ryguy also picking up level 2, while the bottom race, they are both still at level 1. Now, whoever, the top race has nothing affecting the bottom race. So, if someone on the top race comes in first, there's still the bottom race. It's one or the other.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, we'll see how this all goes. We do see the town for Dabbit here now. He's gonna be able to torch up similar to what we've seen from Darren's side here. Darren taking on a droll, and this droll, I don't know why he ran away. He could have thrown a couple more torches, put it to sleep, but runs away. He's gonna get level 3 off of Magic Draki instead.
Probably the safest bet for a known quantity right now. Now, Darren and Ryguy, whoever wins this, will face Destiny of a Dragon Warrior in the next round, and NESCard and sillydabbit, whoever wins this is going to face former DWR Summer Tournament champion Angel FM.
Yeah, no fun at all in the brackets. Everybody's just ridiculously good, so it's always a blast. But yeah, we're seeing all kinds of torches and nerves being bought right now. All 4 runners at the shop in Dam.
All four of them picking up the bamboo pole on top of that. That's the only weapon they have access to other than the flame sword, and we don't have the keys or anything to try to manipulate a gold grind.
Yeah, and big note here is Dabbit didn't reset to get his gold. He had saved, so he's not going to get that half plate. We'll see if NESCard goes back down to buy the half plate here in a moment. But he could be at a defensive disadvantage here early on. But all of them with torches going to easily start progressing through these levels.
Yeah, NESCard skipping the half plate for now. Usually that would be his, but he's got it. Everyone's got the dragon scale and bamboo pole and a bunch of torches. So we're going to be seeing this for a little bit until we find something that's going to be a full breakout.
Yeah, levels will be coming here across the board. Just throw torches, Dabbit. You don't have to swing, even if it's for 1.
And level 3 gets your return, apparently, so...
Yeah, more importantly, it gives 24 strength, which is giant, and a bunch of spells.
And level 4 was stop spell, outside, and heal more. And yeah, level 3, I didn't even notice the 24 strength. That's my bad.
No, that was level 4 for Darren. So yeah, Darren's at 24, that 24 level strength there, and gets him the ability to start whacking things down. I mean, this stuff will go down no problem now. So yeah, we're gonna fly through these initial levels pretty quickly now that we got a breakout in 4.
Yeah, Dabbit gets level 2. NESCard jumps to level 3. He's about to hit that level 4 and get that massive strength boost. And Darren's steadily going after these Magidrake keys, which is going to be easier, and the Drolls with this strength. He's going to be looking for 82 XP for level 5.
Yeah, another Drill's going to do it for him. Everybody's going to be very quickly behind him here at this point. Here comes level 4 for NESCard. He's going to get that big strength. Level 3 for Dabbit coming in. Ryguy just shy of the level as well. Going to see that here in a moment. And we'll see what 5 gives.
5 gives us 1 strength, 0 agility, 6 hit points, 4 magic, and hurt more. Okay, there's that breakout we were asking about. So Darren's probably going to go in, see if there's anything else he can pick up in the shop. Maybe not, just skip it, just get a full MP refill, and then go to town and try to find some of those tougher monsters. I think I saw someone with a knight on their screen earlier, and I think it might have been Dabbit, but there's a lot of screens to watch this time.
Yeah, NESCard during his long walk came across a knight on the south coast. He saw an axe knight very close to start, also along the south coast, just south of Tantagel. So there are some very nice hurt moreable enemies. That red dragon for Darren, not hurt moreable, typically at least.
Okay, the red dragon's not showing any cards, just ouch more for now, sending Darren back home. As a werewolf does the same thing with NESCard, I didn't see if the werewolf had anything.
Yeah, a little bit of death. It's all about getting this level 5, and the runners obviously don't know that going in. Same odds of a spell being on any one of the first 15 level ups through level 16. But yeah, we're going to have this magician get Dabbit to that very pivotal level 5, and NESCard just takes out a Magidrake to same or right order it here, and we're getting dueling hurt mores downstairs.
Yeah, 6 XP gap between the two of them.
Well, we'll see how these runners take it from here. Dabbit's seen a wyvern northeast to start. NESCard's seen those stronger enemies south to start. But meanwhile, Darren just pivoting up to level 6 now.
$6,129. That's a lot of extra hurt more. So good on them. And metal slime for just a moment.
Yeah, and Dabbit getting that lovely sleep luck here against the Stone Man. Sleep, no effect. Why would it have effect? We're going to take an L to the Stone Man. That's okay. He'll come out with his resources replenished, and we'll be ready to blow things up.
Second metal slime on Darren's side. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, metal slime. More importantly, a cave here along the bottom coast, it looks like, for Darren. There's level 6 for NESCard.
And ryguy finds a town along the south portion of the map, and it's Remolder, so ryguy has keys. Suddenly taking a big advantage on this. Gonna be able to pull up 3 with a 53 price key.
And he's immediately returning to go check back at home. Meanwhile, there's level 7 for NESCard, hits him down an Axe Knight. 2-1, 5-4, so moderate numbers at best. Here comes a treasury check from ryguy.
And the sword. Empty, so I'm assuming herb, fairy flute, and more gold. So a gold grind is possible if they want to go after one of those higher level items, but it's not going to be the flame sword. ryguy does not need it.
Yeah, and all the runners have the knowledge that the big items are there. So Magic Armor, Silver Shield available in Garenham just needs to start. I would anticipate most, if not all, runners going for that if they get set up appropriately. We'll see what this cave down here is. Darren getting to a town here now.
That's Rim.
So keys for both runners up in the upstairs race. Downstairs, no one's found it yet, but they're blowing things up left and right. NESCard taking a small advantage on the experience points at this point because of the fact that he knows where these enemies are.
And the back of Tantagel Castle has the Rainbow Drop Trading Cave, affectionately known as the Jerk. That's where you're going to want to bring all your major items to. The Staff of Rain, which you get from trading in the Silver Harp, the Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token. None of those items right now have been found, but that's what we're looking for, to be able to open Sharlock and stomp the Dragon Lord into paste so we can go home and win the game.
Yeah, meanwhile, Darren also having to skip out of the rim check with the chest, but with the gold in here, ryguy was able to key up. It's going to give us our first look in the Remolder Inn, and we have a wonderful 106 gold torch.
Yeah, but Ryan's about to get his flute and sword and gold. Erdrick's Sword giving you 90 attack power on top of that 51 strength, except if the HP wasn't so unfortunate at this level. You know, you could go after some major enemies at this point.
So here we go. Dabbit finally finding a worthwhile, hurt-morable opponent down here. Takes out an Axe Knight, get to his level 7, and take a small experience point lead. Going to sit in these hills until he runs out of resources or dies. And of course, we get the 1 in 8 sleep miss on a Stone Man. Now we got the 1 in 16 hurt more miss on an Axe Knight. Sometimes the game's got it out for you.
And then NESCard getting run blocked by a wizard who surprisingly hit really hard.
Dabbit's going to set up for a possible reverse should the coordinates come into play. We're going to get a look at the ham here from Darren. Kind of surprised ryguy did not go in.
Yeah, Knights and Axe Knights on the south side, on the bottom race. That brings Dabbit close to levels 8, which you're going to need at 600 XP, and he's taking us hurt more to the Stone Man to get some of that extra gold while he's doing that, setting up the reverse count that's rather popular with kids these days.
Yeah, Darren gives us our first look here into the back of Garenham. Not much in the way of items, but we can instantly get into a gold grind here. You might go check the spike. If you die, you've already got 3 chests towards that gold grind. We could come over and get Magic Armor, Silver Shield rather quickly. He almost outside and decided to go this route. I wonder if that's on his mind. We'll find out soon.
And unfortunately, I missed what Dabbit got at level 8. My apologies.
You don't have to apologize. That's why we have a tracker. We're not going to see all that stuff. Let chat tell us. But we're getting some exploration from NESCard. Meanwhile, we got a red dragon here in Swamp, and red dragon with sleep less than ideal.
It depends on how often the stop spell lands. If you're going to need to go for that for a grind, you might want to look for Hawksness to see if there's something a little easier on the stress levels.
It's been interesting down here. NESCard got a couple decent enemies with the Hurtmore as soon as he got it, and has barely gotten any experience since. Has a lot of exploration. Meanwhile, Dabbit has been finding some choice enemies here. Is just shy of the level. So we'll see if he can get that level here in a moment, get to level 9, and see if these levels will push him to be able to explore a little.
And also remember, the bottom race, they have not found Remolder yet.
Yeah, neither runner in that 1v1 down there has keys yet. Neither has gone down into that swampy area. Unlike these top runners out there, I'm going to get the news of the Torch and Rim. And ryguy's still pressing around. Not a lot, as we've seen from NESCard's side, though, in the immediate vicinity. A lot of empty lands right now.
Yeah, although Dabbit does use that 1,000 gold to pick up the half plate to boost his defense before he does a recharge. Right south of Garenham, he's been finding Axe Knights and assorted other fun bits lately to actually boost those levels, so he's taking an XP lead over NESCardinality.
Yeah, and to answer the question in chat, there absolutely is a gold grind setup. You can go in the back of Garenham, get the 3 chests. Swamp South is downstairs, die out of it. It's something a lot of people overlook for whatever reason. But yeah, Darren was in position to be able to do that, but ultimately chose not to. We'll see if Dabbit decides or NESCard decide if they ever find keys.
And with this night, Dabbit's going to hit level 9. And we're at level 9. We've got 8 of the 10 spells you're supposed to get in this game already out. So let me see. We've got 0, 10, 4, 15. No spells, but hey, that extra MP is not going to go to waste.
Yeah, we got a couple towns here for NESCard. First up, Cole. It doesn't exist.
The one that... Yeah, I was going to say that, but... Sweat. And the harp, the first of the 3 homework items.
Yeah, harp's always the nicest to get just because you have to exchange it out for that staff guy. So if we come across the staff of Rain Cave, we will be able to tell an old man we have some musical interest for him and get a staff out of him. We'll see what this other town is. Meanwhile, Dabbit, another 1 in 16 Hurtmore miss on this Axe Knight has been the way. And NESCard all the way to the north coast.
And finds a second town. Also, Dabbit's been going south. He has not gone west. He has not found Remolder.
We'll use town in air quotes here. Town in air quotes.
It depends. You know, 6 gold for an in-stay for a refill. It'll be good in certain cases, but you found a couple of the more lucrative towns lately, so it's not quite as useful this time.
Well, here we go. ryguy just now finally coming back into Garenham. Wonder if it just slipped his mind or what. We'll see if he takes the gold grind out of here. It would be a fantastic move just to get all the defense in the world, and then you can focus in on killing everything.
NESCard taking on that Star Wyvern for 105, starting to do a little bit more with that gap and a green dragon. Let's hope it goes through. Well, he's got enough hit points to survive it, so let's see what happens.
There we go. Gets ambushed, slept right away. At least he does have the knowledge about the sleep. That's something that, if as a runner, you would probably want to have. But he'll get sent home. We'll see if we get a gold out of him. Meanwhile, there's level 9 for Ness coming up, and we're just short of level 10 for Dabbit here. Yeah, ryguy not missing this opportunity at all. He's got to open 2 more chests here, and then he can print all the gold, although he only needs 22,500. So 22,500 in gold coming in a moment, and we'll have a very kitted out ryguy. Meanwhile, Darren going to give us a look at another down here, and we've got Cantlin.
And he's got keys, so he doesn't have to come back here if he doesn't need to.
Yeah, he's opting not to check any of these shops, which is smart because he knows he can pick up what he needs in Garenham once he gets a gold grind set up, though he did miss the opportunity to do so out of the back of Garenham via Swamp Cave. But old man about to tell us some things.
$32 north, $35 east. And, Axe Knight sends Dabbit home. He was going to use that to just get a whisper closer to the 1,500 he's going to need for level 10.
Yeah, he's getting some RNG. Meanwhile, NESCard, he's getting the mountain cave here. Top chest, we are going to pick up a fairy water. So we'll see if the bottom 4 chests are lucrative. A key would obviously be very huge for him here. He could do his stuff out of the mountain cave and never even have to worry about Rim. Ryguy not going to take any opportunities to get messed up here after getting this gold grind. Going to save even though it would seem pretty safe. NESCard onto the top chest here in the bottom. We got a torch. Next chest over. We're going to throw that torch down. I love it. Love it. We pick up an herb. So far it's a trashy mountain, but we'll see what we ultimately end up with.
I'll place a bet and say stones. Dabbit's still hovering around that southern edge. Still has not found Rim. And I was wrong about the stones. It was the token in Mountain 5. So Mountain 5 is required. And Ryguy's going in for his best gear money can buy right now. He's got the magic armor and the silver shield, which is going to do a major boost to his defense.
Yeah, he's done shopping, absolutely, for sure. NESCard's going to continue to progress on exploration. 2-3, 13-3 for Dabbit here. He just wants to grind. That's why he's not finding anything. He is only about the grinding right now. It's just south of Garenham, so it's a quick reset out. But he wants levels before he's going to press anywhere.
And to be honest, that's not a bad strategy. I've seen a number of runners go for it. While Ryguy finds the freebie cave with the fairy water, which is good if you just don't want to use the 2 MP on repel. And there's another cave there, so let's see if no, he's just checking out here. Unless
that's Swamp North. He went through Swamp.
Oh, okay. See.
Well, Darren was working on the chords, and the chords had a little message for him there, but. We'll see what ultimately happens here and how he wants to progress about this. Everybody kind of pressing. Here comes Rim for Dabbit. So Dabbit about to get the keys. We'll see how he plays all of this information he's about to receive.
I don't know. Considering how close this is to start, Dabbit might feel like he's being in a rush. He's going to assume that NESCard's already found it.
Yeah, that's quite all right, but I think he has to take this gold grind opportunity he's about to find. He'll progress through the thing very similar to how Darren did here. We'll see how Darren plays this, if he's going to go through or if he's given thought to the gold grind. Now, he is absolutely not even considered that as an option out of the back of here, so he's going to go through. He'll find that stone's cave that is pretty worthless, and we'll see how he progresses from there. Yeah, so what's the story? Real quick recap. Week start, we had sleep. You had to get a few levels, get your hurt more, start blowing everything up. We have Garenham just east. That's where everybody grabbed torches to help them out of the initial weakness. We have keys just south of start, though one of our runners has not opted to locate that. We can gold grind out of the back of Garenham, which is just east as well. NESCard has the most exploration by far, is locating a ton of things, just not getting those keys as of yet, and we'll see how important those keys become as we progress.
Yeah, NESCard, this looks like Cantlin, and he doesn't have keys.
Yeah, this is where not having the keys could very much come back to bite him, because he'll have to revisit this location at some point down the line. He is just shy of a level, yeah, it kind of sucks to get it out of order. And Dabbit, getting his keys, gets a sword, gonna go do his checks over here. I assume he'll be running right back to Garenham here in a minute.
Well, Dabbit didn't set up a gold grind, so.
Well, he can't. He has to go to Garenham first, so he's got to go to Garenham, set it up out of the back. Hurt more on Ryguy, not enough to take down an Axe Knight. He's going to take a death. We got Darren in a zone that he feels comfortable trying to grind as well. NESCard finding an Armor Knight is cordial and gives him his first opportunity. There goes the Garenham move for Dabbit as expected. I do anticipate him gold grinding out of here as well, getting his gear. There's level 10 for NESCard. And we're starting to get a little bit of progressions here and there across the board. Everybody doing stuff in slightly different order, which makes this really fun.
Maybe not for our trackers, but...
All right, here comes Swamp South for Dabbit. Darren pressing up there past this swamp area, finds a green dragon. Green dragon can be okay. We have that sword that we can finish them off with, so makes it a little nicer to take them on.
And an Axe Knight sends Ryguy home again.
Meanwhile, Dabbit gets into this red dragon, does run from it, and is going to leave. So he's not going to be set for a gold grind. Initially, he's going to get the fairy water out of this Stone's Cave, and there's a silver shield, or a large shield purchase for NESCard. I know what I'm talking about.
NESCard going to the magic bin on the right to refill his magic. Not something you see all the time, but very useful to have, especially with something like this.
Yeah, I mean, get your stuff there, especially if you don't have an easy way to die right away. Speaking of dying right away, Darren gets ambushed by a blue dragon, isn't filled up on his HP, and takes a one-shot back.
NESCard finds Rim. He's going to start feeling that pressure. He's going to think, he's also, like his opponent's probably going to think, oh, they found this already. And then he's going to realize the sword is in the treasury. You know, he even at 25 minutes in, he might consider the grind if he thinks the situation's desperate enough.
I mean, I'll be honest, the grind is absolutely the right call. It's just, for whatever reason, grinding out of the back of Garenham via a mountain cave or a swamp cave isn't always at the forefront of people's minds, so it does tend to get overlooked, and that may be exactly what happened for both Darren and sillydabbit, where they would like that gear, but just didn't recognize that they had the opportunity to do so. But I expect somebody of NESCard's caliber to do that if he's so inclined. He may be happy and content with his half plate and large shield options.
Although, with NESCard, worst comes to worst, he knows where Mountain Cave is if he wants to do it that way.
Nah, we're not, in a zoomy seed like this, we're not going to revisit Mountain. You would wait for Grave if nothing else. But Darren keeps trying to press out here as well to show us areas, but we're just not getting it. Dabbit, meanwhile, likes where he's at and is going to grind some more. NESCard's going to take these keys, do some things, and Wizards with Heal More is always fun.
Yeah, but the stop spell will take care of that, but Ryguy's got the offense and defense to deal with these. Usually if your armor's low, even just the wizard basic attack will hit you hard. Like, even now it's hitting for 16.
Now look at this, NESCard opting to go to Ham before going back to start as an Overworld Red Dragon sends Darren home now. So he'll get put into the position to be able to do this. Let's see how he decides to play this. Dabbit using that flute on golems. You know, I'm an avid flute hater, but you know, it makes a lot of sense here, and he does get it down in level 11 incoming.
Yeah, 350 XP is 350 XP.
All right, 110, 3-6. Yeah, he's going to continue in the zone.
That's a good defensive boost at this point. And NESCard not going for the... decides to go out of Swamp instead. Gonna find his fairy water in the Stone's Cave.
Yeah, we're not seeing NESCard get really punished as much for his overworld exploration as we have seen on the top from the two runners as they've been pressing around. Darren and Ryguy, very similarly XP positions here, just because Darren's continually coming out here not finding anything and then dying. It's not helpful at all, so he's having to retraverse the same lands over and over as we get to the Tablet Cave for Ryguy on the southern coast.
And just for NESCardinality, golems have sleep and heal. Joy.
Well, that's actually fantastic news, especially if they want to cast that sleep at a high rate, throw that stop spell out there that's got a max of 6 out of 16 resist, and see what happens. So, dabbit going to go ahead and press out a little bit here, and yeah, they got a 1 in 4 chance to resist your stop spell attempt here. We got a cave for Darren. We'll see what that is in a moment, and everybody kind of pressing around except NESCard, who's doing his treasury checks.
NESCard finding that sword. Let me see what he's doing now.
He is resetting the treasury so that the chest is there, hoping to possibly grind out of the basement. He's going to find out about the jerk downstairs. Meanwhile, we got Darren into the grave. We found grave here in the middle of a swamp, and he's got 3 chests coming in. We got the empty. We've got... What do we got? We got the stones. We have our homework items. We got homework items and another empty.
This seed's got somewhere to be later, apparently.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. He is going to make an attempt to dive. So we'll see how that one goes. NESCard gets the information. So between us and in the booth, we're able to know where everything's at. The left side of the runners has all 3 of those key items.
And not only that, now that we know where the key items are and the sword, that narrows the coordinates down to either the armor or the death necklace. Both of which could be, one of which is vital, one could be very, very useful.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. And NESCard does know where Cantlin is located, so we'll see if he does make his way back towards Cantlin to pick up those coordinates. We're on our way to chest 4 here for Darren. We have ryguy in one of the caves I missed.
Troll Magi with Hurtmore sends Darren home out of the grave.
Yeah, he's trying to conserve that MP and surprise enemies with surprise things. We'll do that to you. It looks like ryguy's behind him in the grave as well.
NESCard finds Sharlock on the southeast coast. That's knowledge the other 3 runners don't have at present, and ryguy's up here about to get his stones of sunlight.
Yeah, so NESCard in that general vicinity of where those cords are going to be obviously does not have that number yet, so he does not know that he was there. Is pressing out into this northeast swamp. So from his perspective, we still got to find 1 turn-in cave, which this very well may have to be at this point, because I think we've seen everything else.
Yep.
So there we go.
You're right. Thinking the same thing, but... However, Dabbit's back in Cantlin has the keys, is about to find his coordinates, which might be a vital thing on timing-wise.
Yep, and out of grave, Darren's going to go ahead and get his gold grind going. Ryguy's going to do a dive here. NESCard gets a staff. We get coordinates for Dabbit here, and a little bit of everything happening here. Let's see if we get a little better luck. Nice run from a red dragon for Ness. This could be Hawksness here in the very far northeast.
I think that's what we're missing at this point. The only
57 agility. 57 agility. First turn runs 2 sleepy red dragons. Has no clue how ridiculous that is. And let's see what we got.
There is a good chance if the armor or the necklace is somewhere else, Hawksness could come up empty, because we know something's on the coordinates and we've only seen 1 cursed belt so far.
Yeah, if we can take this out, which we can if we go first, and we do, just needs these 2 Hurtmores to land. This will tell us a lot. If there's something here, obviously we'll know immediately what's on the cords. From our perspective, the runners will not include a NESCard.
And NESCard's going to use that to get his level 11. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, you love to see it because it keeps the mystery going. I did miss what chest 4 was in grave, but I didn't see anybody freaking out in chat, so I'll assume there wasn't anything important there. We're heading towards chest 5 there right now. We got the upgrade purchases here for Darren. We got Dabbit back out into the overworld. We'll see how soon he wants to try and do those coordinates. NESCard taking a death work because he was out of resources and nearly has full knowledge at this point. He's just got to find the grave for his only remaining location that's left that he doesn't know about besides picking up chords.
According to chat, there was a dragon scale in Grave 5.
Yeah, never buy a dragon scale. Save your 20 gold. There's always a free one somewhere. Just let the game give it to you.
NESCard's going right back. Make it look like he's making a beeline right back to Cantlin for those coordinates.
Yeah, that's absolutely the right call here. 100%. Get in there, get that figured out, and ryguy. No resources to outside, or doesn't have outside yet. I think they have outside. Is having to walk out of here now. We'll see how this works.
Out of MP, that's why.
Yeah, walked into that little cubby. I do it all the time. I hate that little cubby with a passion. But here comes some chords from NESCard. Darren trying to do a Fluterino on a golem. Dabbit doing some walking here, but not doing coordinates yet. And people are asleep.
And to be honest, for players of this caliber, just doing a strict count of those coordinates is not going to be difficult at all.
Agreed, unless an enemy decides to kill you, as we saw with Darren when he went to do the count earlier. So that didn't work out for him, and then he gave up on it, so he has not attempted it again yet. NESCard just running straight east here I'm kind of curious what he's doing. He's kind of just walking in circles right now.
Oh yeah, you can see with the stutter step he's counting right now.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to figure out if he can do it going straight up or if he has to go east first.
Meanwhile, Dabbit finding the tablet cave and finds the second cursed belt, which is going to be the last one we're going to find in the seed, because we know that coal and the coordinates are accounted for, and Hawksness doesn't have anything under the spike tile.
Yeah, this is closing fast on our knowledge piece here. We just got to get these chords figured out, which I think NESCard will do us the solid and get us that information here in a moment. Darren going to get the curse belt out of Tablet Cave, and Ness continuing his count here is getting into the open area, which is where this will be here in a moment.
Right.
What we got?
Dabbit finds the grave.
There you go, armor on the chords, top right corner of the big C, and we have full knowledge from our perspective. All these runners just got to put together, but a very nice pickup there for NESCardinality and a fantastic count, as typically is the case with him.
Yeah, he's got to find grave like now and he could easily press that advantage and then just go straight into grind and go mode.
Yeah, NESCard will dive Greg, so he'll be able to save some time there as well, half in the dive.
And Dabbit at 2792 experience points wants to get to 3,000 for that next level, and in a place like Grave, he can easily do that. Darren and ryguy are pretty even, all told, and they are also chugging along with this. Darren looks like he might actually be doing the count. Ryguy's about to get his coordinates. Darren's going to right now discover Sharlock, and if he's been counting the coordinates, he's going to find that armor. Nope, but he discovers Sharlock, doesn't realize the armor's sitting right there, but he's got the magic armor, which isn't that bad.
Yeah, ryguy gets that number there. Yeah, Darren started to count this earlier and then never got here and hasn't tried it again. It's very intriguing. Dabbit going to hopefully get through the rest of this grave. But NESCard, with the ordering that he's gone, in a pretty decent position here. I know Dabbit's got a slight experience point lead, but unless things go really haywire, NESCard should be into grind and go with a large time advantage.
With that green dragon, NESCard just took down the experience lead. The experience gap's closed a little bit. It's very, very close between the two of them now.
Yeah, and that's just going to explode here in a moment while Dabbit continues to dive. NESCard's just shy of level 12, sees the cave, Darren finds the staff cave, unfortunately does not have the harp, so that's bad ordering here. We'll see if he gets lucky with the red dragons, but he's going to just miss seeing Hawks off the screen here.
Yeah, NESCard's diving tablet. He's going to get disappointed with finding the cursed belt. He's going to realize that Grave's probably where if there's anything left, that's where he's going to find it. He's got to find it first. Dabbit has that advantage, but NESCard also has the advantage of finding the other two items and the staff cave.
Yeah, he should, based on where he's been and where he hasn't been, he should be finding this grave relatively quickly here. It's just west of where he's at, 2 or 3 screens maybe. So yeah, he'll be there soon.
Ryguy's cat is doing the slow step, so he's already starting his count. He's going to find that armor if he gets it right. And NESCard hitting level 12 first with 9 power, 0 agility, 0 hit points, 14 magic, and that was either Radiant or... Dang it, I missed it.
Yeah, it was Radiant, the very most important spell in the entire spell casting list here.
Yeah, the only thing they're missing right now is the heal spell, which might not be so useful at this point, especially because their magic points are at... NESCard's magic points are at Amber. For the stats, for those watching, the white numbers are, standard numbers, not really much of anything. They start to get Amber, you're getting close to what we call go mode. Once you get to green, that's usually what we consider go mode, and I think this is the grave. NESCard's going to find his Stones of Sunlight, and he's going to be off and running.
Yeah, this is the official clock now for Dabbit. Dabbit's getting in here to the grave again. Is he trying to take a death warp? Maybe, I don't know. But this is the official clock for Dabbit. He's still got a lot of exploration to do, 2 items to find, and that's a bad death.
Well, NESCard was also at 1 magic point, so he just got sent home. He's going to probably go right back, realize the stones are there, get the rainbow drop. He might even take the risk at this point, especially with 115 AP, going after those red dragons with taking a stop spell on those red dragons, see how far that takes him.
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do from a grind perspective. I mean, obviously, that's a pretty quick turnaround time with it just being east of start to get into the swamp cave. But, it depends on that resist. That's the ultimate determining factor is are they heavily sleep resistant or not? Darren going to get his harp now and realize he's gone out of order, but can go get that staff. He knows where it's at. But, NESCard beeline back to the grave as expected.
And Ryan picks up his armor at the top left corner of Sharlock.
Yeah, very weird here from Dabbit. I know he wants to get a grind set up, it seems, but or just take an L. But that's just additional time he really couldn't give back to NESCard. When you're racing somebody like NESCard, you've got to play pretty flawless, all things considered, and have things going your way. So he's going to be killing some time here, getting this gold grind going, which at this point I don't foresee that we see NESCard doing unless he takes a death warp out of the grave here. We'll see which way he wants to go with that.
Yeah, I usually wouldn't see NESCard do a gold grind 40-something minutes in. He might feel that the large shield is going to be enough.
It typically is. We'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Darren does get his staff. Ryguy does find Hawksness actually skirted around the staff cave. Does not have the harp yet, though, so it would not matter. I don't believe he does, at least. Yeah, he does not. And we're going to find the sadness and disappointment. There's the stones for NESCard.
Yeah, NESCard's checking his stats. He's probably gonna skip going. Oh, he's just gonna go straight outside. He's not gonna go for the gold grind. He's gonna go back to the castle, turn it in, and then probably seek out something for a grind, because he's in grind to go right now.
Yeah, and question in chat, has anybody else found Mountain? Absolutely not. And it's hard required. Chest 5 and Mountain is our token. So all 3 other runners will need to be locating that. And again, as a reminder, as we hit grind and go, at least for NESCard, at 42 and change minutes here. That bottom race, NESCard versus Dabbit, is independent of the top race, which is Darren versus ryguy. All playing the same seed, but different 1v1s.
Well, NESCard does have the lead now. Remember, the race is not over. Anything can happen. I've been hanging out in this community for a good 4 to 5 years. Trust me, anything can happen, anything will happen, and I've seen it. Oh, he's gonna... Okay, he's gonna start Repel. He's gonna go through the back of Garanham, not bothering with the grind, but I think he is going after those red dragons. Meanwhile, ryguy finds his silver harp in coal. He just needs to find the mountain before he gets his items together.
Yeah, and shockingly, Darren was the very first to pick up the cords. Attempted it once, didn't get there, and has never tried it again. We see his opponent's already gotten the armor. Dabbit down here with his cords is trying to count it out as we speak. ryguy and Darren kind of pseudo high-fiving there in the same dual city area here. NESCard going to find out how frequent this sleep is, and we'll see how he plays it. Of course, nails it first try, so it doesn't use sleep and sends him home. So bad cycle there. We'll see if he wants to stick with this, or if he wants to go try somewhere else. An overworld grind could potentially be in play for some of these runners today.
Well, Hawksness is out of the way, and that's an Axe Knight.
Yeah, precisely. No one's doing Hawksness. There's just no way to do that one.
Armored Knight, sorry.
Well, NESCard is off. We'll see where he ultimately decides to go. He might even do a top of Sherlock check because it's up and around the corner here where he's kind of heading. Dabbit picking up his cords. He's in the general vicinity. Does need to get to the top right corner of Sherlock to find the armor, and we'll see if he can do it.
And ryguy on top, taking the XP lead and finding the staff trade-in.
Yeah, so yeah, ryguy in a decent position here, especially having already picked up that armor. Dabbit still trying to figure out these coordinates. We'll see if he gets there. And it does look like Ness is trying to walk all the way back to Hawksness. It was a little bit of a haul, but he's heading in that general direction.
Oh, Dabbit's so close to the armor. Gets away from that blue dragon.
Ooh.
He's so close. He's so close.
Yeah, he's 1-1 off. He's 1-1 off. Ness is going to get ambushed, attacked by a red dragon. All right, Dabbit, he's on check 3. Go to the right instead of the left, but he should probably go back that way. Oh, man.
However, NESCard does get that stop spell on the dragon. Seems to be going to swing through. If he gets this dragon, it's going to take him to level 13.
Yeah, and Darren does find the mountain cave, which he desperately needed. But unfortunate for Dabbit, absolutely searching every tile but that one tile that we have the armor on, and this is not going well at all.
1131 for level 13 for NESCard. He might be seeking out red dragons here or going right back to Hawksness to see if he could take care of those armored knights.
Yeah, and chat bringing it up, and it's absolutely what is the nail in the coffin on this one for Dabbit is you've got to spiral. You've got to spiral. He was diagonal, but touching the tile that was necessary. If we spiral, and you don't have to spiral 3 of the checks because they're blocked by the wall. So we could have spiraled very quickly there, and we didn't. And we'll see how he goes about this. He keeps not going. Oh, he's so close to the right row. He's got to go down 1 and then back to the left 3.
Meanwhile, ryguy and Darren both find Mountain and their Erdrix, and ryguy, if he makes it to that chest, is going to find that Erdrix token, and Dabbit searches literally every tile but the one he needs to find.
He has almost full cleared a 5x5, 6x6 section here now around the one tile he hasn't searched. If he watches this back, that's going to feel absolutely horrible, let alone once he finally figures this out in the moment. Meanwhile, there goes some Armor Knights for NESCard. Darren back and forth in the desert here, just looking to grind. Maybe he's thinking that he needs to get the princess and can't take on a red dragon with sleep yet, so wants to get some leveling and wants to get the princess before he goes to the cords. It's the only thing that makes logical sense in my mind. We're going to get a rainbow pickup for ryguy and a new count here for dabbit. All right, chat. What do you think? When do we think what level is going to be our gold level? We're getting into, you know, the middling numbers right now. HP obviously needs to go a little bit of ways. Everything does to an extent, but you know, one good level up could change all of that. Personally, I'm feeling like this is a 16, but curious. I know Aaron says 27.
Yeah, ryguy picks up his rainbow drop. He's got everything good to go and the silver shield on top of that. But then again, also does Darren, so this could be a close race depending on when Darren goes to get the drop and how they're going to handle their grinds. NESCard is out of NP, either trying to send himself home or find something else to go after because he needs 5625 to get to level 14. The Axe Knights come back with another hurt more.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to get this level before he takes a death warp. Darren in a slight hole. So right now, as it stands for these two races, we got ryguy with a few minute lead here because ryguy already has the cords handle. He has that armor in play. NESCard with a significant advantage here over dabbit at this point after the failed count, as he's going to be just short of level 14 and take a death warp, and dabbit completely, unfortunately, botching the count again is several tiles away.
And to be honest, I understand where NESCard's coming from, but I don't think that Hawksness grind is going to be as valuable as that Red Dragon, especially when he's got a little more hit points now and knowledge that Stop Spell could easily shut down a good chunk of what he's doing. And I think that's what NESCard's going for now. He's decided, okay, he's had enough of Hawksness. He's going to go after the swamp. Darren's returning back to the castle. He's probably going to go right after that rainbow drop and then start his grind. And dabbit, unfortunately, still isn't finding that armor.
Yeah, this is dabbit has hit that straight miserable feeling as a runner where you know that you're flailing at this point and it sucks. It just completely sucks. To botch it twice now. He's recounting again here. He's got to go down one more and to the right too, but yeah, he searched all of this except the right tile. Come on, man.
Please, come on. And then he's going to realize what's there, and then he realizes he still has homework to find.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of work. I mean, if you're going to do things, if you're not going to do the spiral like you should, do complete rows. Don't make assumptions on what you may have or have not checked. But yeah, we'll see how the Red Dragon cheats NESCard this time. He nails another stop spell, but the Red Dragon can still hit into the 40s. So this could potentially be a big time-intensive fight, depending on how frequent sleep comes out.
Oof, this is a rough watch all around. Exciting, but...
Yeah, and dabbit just kind of walking away. It feels bad. Feels real bad. Gonna take another death. NESCard takes a death, doesn't get a Red Dragon down. It's still a very volatile fight just because only 70 HP and we can be hit into the 40s.
Yeah, even if the stop spell lands, the Red Dragon's still got ouch more to hit with.
Yeah, absolutely. Those teeth don't mess around. So it's all going to come down to grinds now. Now, like you were saying before, you know, it's not over. Nothing's over. Those Red Dragons can be very prevalent throughout Sharlock in multiple zones. Could even be the spike in Sharlock, and RNG comes into a huge factor in how resistant they are on stop spell, how much they show up and prevent runs and such. So, I mean, there's still options. The top rate's much closer than the bottom right now, though Darren does have to do coordinates at some point.
And dabbit hasn't found coal or completely dove mountain yet.
Yeah, it's been less than ideal for Dabbit. He had the right idea, I think, early on with the grinding, and then things were going moderately okay. The count has totally derailed.
And with that night, NESCard gets level 14. 2 power, 2 speed, 1 hit point, 2 magic points. Yeah, we're going back to those going back to those AK-47s for that grind. He's got to get up to 7,500 for the next level.
Yeah, that's an ugly level there. Doesn't instill a lot of confidence in that 16 I selected earlier, but we'll see what happens here. Ryguy's content on this overworld grind that he's got right here. We'll see how that goes for him. Darren back and forth here just south of start, and is content doing the stuff here, but he has been taking on these stonemen as well, which is a little bit of a time waste. But if Dabbit can finish up his exploration and get into a better grind, there's still an outside chance, especially the longer this stuff goes. All right. The grinds will continue. This is going to be a lot of what we're doing right now. We got 3 people in grinds, Darren in a grind, ryguy in a grind, NESCard in a grind, all 3 in different grinds, and Dabbit with some exploration to do still got to do this count. But he is, I think he's kind of given up on it at this point. I'm not 100%, or if he thinks he has something set up, but no, he's gonna go ahead and continue onward. He'll get up here, and unfortunately, wrong order finding staff and finding nothing in Hoxness if he keeps going northeast at least. Unless he's already been there at this point, it's hard to remember who's done what.
But the top race, Darren and ryguy are, wow, they're pretty much neck and neck, except for the armor. Darren hasn't gone after those coordinates yet. He might be looking for Hoxness and assuming that the armor's on there first.
Yeah, and that's definitely an option for him for sure. But yeah, unfortunately, 13 and 14, both very big nothing burgers from a stats game perspective. So who's gonna just buckle down and grind whatever? I mean, NESCard, maybe it's not the most optimal thing to walk all the way to Hoxness, but he's getting consistent experience, and obviously his experience only matters as it relates to sillydabbit. But you can see he's got a large experience point gain lead over everybody.
Yeah, and and then depends on how these next couple of levels shake out. That death necklace might actually be necessary, and he might have to go searching, at least in the treasury in Sharlock for it.
Yeah, 6 out of 7 chances downstairs in the basement of Sharlock, but we know it's in Sharlock regardless, at least from his perspective. So the grind continues. We're topping off here in Garenham, getting some herbage together again. NESCard's been using herbs to maximize his HP as much as possible, though he did leave a little bit of MP on the table there with 10 when he took that death to the armor knight on the last go round. All right, we're still doing desert grinds, hills grinds. NESCard's walking right back to Hoxness again. He is absolutely just going to continue to sit on this, and Stoneman going to give ryguy his reset in resources because he was out, and Dabbit continues to try and find these last couple locations.
And Dabbit's down to 3 MP, so he's either going to have to run or swing through, but this Star Wyvern with Hurtmore, ouch, is going to send him home.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. Dabbit, like we noted early, was getting the bad side of RNG on a few things. Multiple 1 in 16 misses on Axe Knights with Hurtmore, missed his very first sleep attempt on a Stone Man. Those little things can add up. I was talking about death by 1,000 paper cuts earlier, and those are all those little minor paper cuts that just continually eat your time up in this game.
Agreed. NESCard, though, while heading back to Hawksness, is taking on some of those hurt moreable enemies, Axe Knights and Werewolves, try to get himself closer to 7,500. See if 15, which has happened before, 15 could be go mode, depending on that strength gain, but not likely when it's only at 78.
Yeah,
and the HP is leaving a lot to be desired at this level.
Agreed. Yeah, we're like I said, 13 and 14 were just absolute nothing burger levels, and it feels bad. And everybody's got reasons to feel bad about their race for one reason or another, right? NESCard, as we noted, was the last of our runners to get keys, and it was super close to start. The death and grave, as chat noted as well, probably felt kind of bad, but you know, he's in a really good position right now. He just doesn't. He probably does not realize how good of a position he's in. Meanwhile, in that top race, I mean, experience continues to be within reason of both. You know, we got 100 to 200 on any given time difference between the two runners. Both have their sections that they like.
1, 2, 4, 4, and heal. Well, they've got all the spells now, but yeah, there's going to be more grinding in our futures because 1 strength and a few hit points are not going to be doing the job.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, the levels just aren't helping. They're just not helping. Our HP still max at 75. Strength's starting to kind of get into that area, though. I highly doubt we're going to be worrying about a death necklace with the rate that we got HP coming in.
Yeah, Dabbit looks like, I think that's the harp trading cave, and he's the only one without the harp. That's not going to feel good.
Yeah, so he's just shy of Hawksness, which is also not very helpful. Tells you that there's an Armor Knight and nothing, but yeah, he is... when it rains, it pours. It keeps on pouring on him here. He's going to hopefully at least get the knowledge. We'll see what happens here. So I know I said 16. A couple people in chat said 16. We saw 27. Not feeling very great about these levels here at this point, though. Yeah, we got 14 there for ryguy now. Darren's going to be just behind him, getting to 14. Here goes the Armor Knight for sillydabbit. He's going to find the nothing.
And the disappointment. And to be honest, while I think 27, Aaron's guess for the go level is a bit extreme. I would say at least 17 on myself. That's what I'm guessing. But then again, I don't really play this as much as watch everyone else do it. So can't count on me for that.
Well, that's half the fun, for sure. But yeah, who the heck knows what the game wants to do? Sometimes the game's going to be like, all right, here's all the double-digit levels at level 16, and it could also say we're going to 22. We'll have to wait and see. NESCard going to go herb up here, and Cole has, I guess, decided to do, when possible, a heal and walk back from Cole. It must be quicker than the long walk from Tantegel. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I know the tile set's not the greatest, but I'm kind of surprised no one has taken a dip into Sharlock just to check the zones, just to see what's there. As noted by the tracker for the armor cords, it's 32 north, 35 east, and that takes you right to Sharlock. So it's right there. It's only about 70 steps away. I know we don't have a ton of resources, but you know, you could run into several hurt horrible enemies. I'd just be curious about it. But nothing seems good at this point. We're getting experience, but it's all very slow.
And let's see, NESCard running from the Blue Dragon. We don't see if they have any tricks either. But yeah, this Green Dragon's easily hurt Morrible. We're going to be looking to get to 9750 for level 16 for NESCard, while the top race, both of them are, well, yeah, about 700 XP gap, but, you know, easily closable. But they're still around the same thing, and the Silly Dabbit's at level 12, gonna just hit level 13 now with taking down that knight.
Yeah, NESCard's about getting doubled up right now on experience points. But David's going to try and just get levels. I guess he's going to grab the coordinates, or grab the GPS possibly for the coordinates. We'll see how he wants to do it. He's tried manually counting it twice. And the sad thing is, like, the first time he was 1 and 1 off for his first search. The second time he was way off, and just never quite got there. So it might even behoove him to just do a north-south count and get over into that section, get to the north-south chord, and then you can just do an east-west check. I think the most there was 8 or 9 tiles.
I think so. But like I said, that first time I saw Dabbit hit every single square around where he was supposed to hit for that chords. And
oh yeah, I think he searched that entire island. It's hilarious.
That cost him dearly in this match.
Yeah, and to answer a question in chat that's already kind of getting answered. Yeah, every seed is blind. No pre-testing of any seeds. Every seed except for one in the history of this rando has been winnable. So typically not a concern to pre-test seeds. And it makes it really interesting for everyone involved. That way, no one has any idea what the heck is happening. It's pretty awesome, actually.
But yeah, there was that one unwinnable seed. I was actually a witness to that one.
Yeah, that was pretty humorous, and it only took like 9 years to find one. So, but the grinding continues until morale improves here. Grinding continues. What I've noticed in the top race, the zone that Ryguy's in, or how he's going about it, has been beneficial for him, because he's taken that 1 to 200 XP point lead and has gotten it into a 700-ish right now. So he's continuing to build that experience point lead while having all of the gear together, where Darren still has to do those chords.
And Ryguy getting his level 15 with, again, 1, 2, 4, and 4 with the heal spell. And, let me see, Darren's still grinding his way up, as is Dabbit, and NESCard is about a little less than 300 XP away from level 16.
Yeah, level 16 going to be a big indicator of how nasty the rest of our grinding and or go mode will be. If we can get, we're definitely due for something to take off here. Whether it's the things we want is another story, but we'll find out.
I have to admit, I always get amused when you get one of those like big, huge like HP levels where they give you like 40 or 50 at once.
I would not be shocked to see one of those over the next 2 levels, or take it and split it across the 2 levels. It is dodging.
Oh,
he gets hit. Oh man.
He would have hit level 16 with that. That's gotta not feel good. But we're gonna see if NESCard's confidence will still carry him a bit. He might not realize how far ahead he actually is.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the game. The game's gonna do to you whatever it wants. And it said, a giant hunk of metal versus a hero with the sword. Of course you missed. It dodged out of the way. There's no way possible that could possibly happen, but here we are. It happened. Well, damn it, back into the grave. Or was he in Mountain 2? I don't know. I kind of missed where he was. Did he finally find Mountain? I was like, wait a minute. I think that was Mountain 2's exit, and it was. All right. So there we go.
According to Angel, Dabbit's in Mountain. He's about to find his token.
So there we go. So we're getting some of this done. He's still got to get coal for the harp. Turn that all in. Figure out these chords. But it's nearly insurmountable unless Sherlock is just absolutely disgusting, which has an outside chance of being a possibility. So we've seen some nasty Sherlocks.
And level 16 on NESCard's side with that green dragon takedown. We have 9 power, 3 speed, 9 hit points, 9 magic points. They're good gains, but it's not going to be enough for go mode.
Yeah, nothing good. Nothing great. No double digits, but they're moderately decent numbers. But yeah, we definitely need at least one more, probably a couple more now.
Yeah, that hit points, I wouldn't even be looking in Charlock's general direction at 84 hit points.
No, agreed. I mean, we've seen some low HP wins, but it's an extraordinary set of circumstances that have to come together for those, and it's not been 84 before. So back to Hawks, this NESCard goes. Ryguy kind of pressing around now. Did he just have to top off? I missed that. Otherwise, Darren topping off here in Garenham. Dabbit still looking for, no, Dabbit did get his harp, so he's just got to go do some turn-ins and then figure out chords as well.
Level 17 will be at 12,000 XP. Meanwhile, Ryguy's grinding his way up to 9750, and Darren gets his level 15. And right now, we are waiting for 5625 for level 14 for Dabbit.
Yeah, buddy. So the overworld grinds will continue. Ryguy's doing fairly decently here in his desert. Darren's going to go in and try this red dragon. Let's see how this plays out. Dabbit up here to get his Staff of Rain, and let's see what he decides to try and do from here as it relates to those chords. Yeah, Chad is correct. From his perspective, and for all of them before they got the chords perspective, it's a coin flip between Death Necklace and armor, although we definitely know it's the armor. Alright, stop spell off for Darren. Red Dragon is participating with several sleeps. NESCard, I got about 1,500 to go for a level and change. Ryguy loving his desert. We'll continue to go back and forth. And we'll see what we have. We're going to have everybody with a rainbow drop here in a moment, though.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of things to say, but it's a lot of grinding.
Oh no, that happens. Let's see what Dabbit does. Is he going to try these count again, or is he going to go try and get the G?
And Darren found the princess.
Yeah, he went and killed that red dragon to get her. So yeah, that's exactly what I assumed he was going to be waiting for. He kept leveling up until he could viably take on a red dragon, because he had given up on doing the chords. Meanwhile, Dabbit is not doing either of those things. So he looks to maybe be trying to get back into a grind. I'm not sure. Well, NESCard still continuing on these Armor Knights. It's been very consistent experience once he is able to get up here. He has had a couple bad deaths. David's going to go into Cantlin, top himself off some herbs. I was even considering maybe he rechecks the chords, thinking maybe he wrote them down wrong. We'll find out in a moment. Darren is heading the general direction of where he needs to go to get his chords. We'll see if he gets his armor here in a moment and where he decides to grind, if it's still in that same area or not.
Okay, yeah, Darren's about to get that armor.
Yeah, Darren kind of goes into the general vicinity where he thought it was, realizes he had to come way down here, but there we go. And David doing exactly what I thought. He's going to come in here and check these chords, thinking maybe he wrote them down wrong. Based on his initial count, I don't know that he wrote them down wrong, just that he counted wrong, but he could have.
Yeah, NESCard is bailing right now on Hawksness. Probably is going to go over back to one of the towns over here to refill and start it back up again to try to get to level 17 ASAP.
Yep, doing his little top offs here, coming around, saving money by coming into Breckenary. never a good call. But Darren going to go try and do these red dragons. So he's back into the Garenham complex to go to Swamp South. And ryguy content with this overworld grind. But yeah, that top 3 is still pretty dang close. And that's not even considering what Sherlock may bring us here. And we know ryguy needs at least 2 more levels. Here goes Dabbit on a count again with the coordinates refreshed and or corrected.
I can only imagine. I'm probably going to ask Dabbit in the interview. You know, what was in his head when he finally got that armor?
Oh yeah, I think that's a big one for him and Darren both, to be quite honest. But especially Dabbit, poor guy, man. We'll see if he pulls it off. He's just got to go back over near Sherlock here, and he's about to make that turn as we speak. Meanwhile, Darren into the red dragon. Let's see if the red dragon plays ball, and if it does. It could prove to be a very quick way to catch up in experience here.
Well, that's one red dragon down. Good on Darren. That dragon was spamming sleep for a little bit, so it might be on the easier side. Unless they ambush and then spam the sleep.
Yeah, the ambush sleep definitely not as ideal. Yeah, I mean, we're nailing all of these stop spells, so no concerns from the stop spell perspective, which is very nice. And it's most likely 50% sleep and 0 to 2 out of 16 resist at this point with the amount of stop spells we've seen land. I don't know that I've necessarily seen one fail yet.
Dabbit's counting one at a time, very slowly, probably about to get the news.
Walks right to it, and he is not very happy. You don't have to see his face.
The Reds have dropped stop spell resistance 8 of 16.
Oh wow! So just a lot of lucky stop spells. Oh
yeah, pretty much.
And we are going to obliterate this corner where the armor was. We hurt more at 4 times, and Dabbit now coming back and probably has no idea what he wants to do now, and kind of seems that way. Yeah, this is tough. What do you want? How do you want to proceed from here?
ryguy getting his level 16 is going after these golems with sleep and hurt more. 350 XP is 350 XP.
Yeah, getting low on HP, didn't get the stop spell to land.
1175 at level 17. People's teeth, NESCard's teeth might be grinding at this point. I know mine would. The AP is really close to go mode, but that HP is not working. So he's going to have to go up to level 18, or at least he's going to feel he's going to have to go up to level 18.
Yeah, it's a requirement. There's 0 chance at winning at 17 without the most ridiculous stuff ever. The grind continues.
The rush to 14,250 experience points, and then realizing that since this is the same seed, all 4 of these runners are probably going to be doing the same.
Yep, and someone like NESCard who menus extremely well, the longer a grind of this nature goes on, definitely benefits him. It's all about, is this the right grind? And I'll be honest, this seed has definitely proven that there are multiple options available, and not necessarily any of them are wrong. I've been trying to watch between the 3 that have been on the grind for quite a while, as Dabbit has now joined the overworld grind crew here. NESCard is maintaining a healthy-ish experience point lead over ryguy, maybe gaining ever so slightly. ryguy and Darren are about 1,500 apart, and that's been pretty consistent since Darren just got the armor. We'll see if either of them either gain or expand their leads. Yeah, and for chat, Dabbit wants golems. Dabbit wants golems 100%. He's even going to use this flip. He found the golem here earlier. This is where he killed it. So yeah, he's going to be looking for golems. Unsure what else is in the zone if he were to not repel.
And he doesn't realize that he's got to at least go to level 18 on this. This is not going to feel good for him. ryguy's probably waiting for the same thing. ryguy's probably got a few choice words for this grind, but we can't repeat those on stream.
Oh yeah, there's and even the people that are polite on stream, they have some choice words, just keeping them to themselves. But we got one golem down for dabbit. About I don't know, about 30 more to go. And these metal slimes for ryguy keep showing up. He's obviously not repelling them. This one's very brave and does take it down.
NESCard doing a consistent grind on those armored knights, gonna go back to Brecconary to recharge, and gets accosted by a red dragon, which he gets away from. Good for him. Meanwhile, dabbit's back in the hills hunting on those golems with that fairy flute, and he's got the silver shield, so there is a bit of that defensive advantage, but, you know, it might not be enough at this point.
Yeah, for dabbit to have any chance, he needs a disgusting Sherlock of red dragons, just ambush sleeping, not letting us run, and us having very low HP still. We can't have that huge breakout HP level to where a sleepy ambush red dragon actually has an opportunity to, 2 or 3 shot you. That's what you have to have if you're dabbit. You need to have it all be bad. Otherwise, or to just repeatedly throw yourself at a very, very borderline level and have it not work out. There's level 16 for Darren. Yeah, he's only 1,200 back right now, but to be honest, these metal slimes, they are the most brave metal slimes in the world. The big issue is if you spend a minute on it and then it runs, you've lost a lot of time, but otherwise you're getting 255 a pop.
Well, ryguy seems to be finding a few of the friendlier metal slimes.
Yeah, if it works, it works. That's just how this game is. He's getting these axe knights, which is absolutely what he wants, and then he's got some regular knights and metal slimes, and we got green dragons going down for NESCard. He is super, super close to this level 18, as you noted. 14,250 needed, and we're just a couple enemies away.
And an excellent move on the wizard will help for 120 more XP. That'll bring him about a little less than 250 away. And he's going to risk on the blue dragon. Interesting.
Yeah, this will leave him too short. So, might as well get it and see if you can just get this level on the way over. If it is the go level, then you don't even have to get a step back in the Hoxus.
And another excellent move on the blue dragon. Sure, why not?
It's just that easy.
Okay, let's see what level 18 brings us. And now we've got 4 power, 8 speed, 51 hit points. There it is.
Well,
Did I not call this about 20 minutes ago? There was going to be one of those massive hit points.
Usually happens, and there it is. Yeah, that's the game making it up, and it's absolutely dabbit couldn't afford to have happen. Like I said, he needed to be very borderline HP. 51 HP puts us in free and clear mode at this point. He'll be looking at 133 attacks, so 8 to 16 damage range, doubles for days, and 12 heal wars to boot. It's all down to what we encounter.
Yeah, if NESCard is going... Oh, NESCard's just going for the refill. I think he's even full up on herbs. He just knows right now, move. Just go at this point.
Yeah, this is as clear as it goes. It gets as per typical for this game. No questionable levels. We're just going to make it go. So now... we'll see what his dive looks like for this bottom race, but we'll turn our attention to the top race. Experience continues to be fairly static. We're just over 1,000 difference between two, maybe 1,200. Both obviously going to have to get to 18. We know that, so they're going to 14,250. It's down to RNG on encounters on this overworld, how fast the experience comes in, and then we'll have a pretty good picture of Sherlock from NESCard's vantage point, so we'll know what they'll be getting into once they get there. So that top race looking to be very, very close.
Oh yeah, that top race is going to be might even be a photo finish at this point.
NESCard not winning any encounters, keeps running into everything now. But he's making the turn. Sherlock just south of here, and we'll have a rainbow drop down for NESCard here in a moment. All right, let's see what happens. Sherlock, multiple floors, 3 zones of different enemy sets, and sometimes you just walk for a while, but Axe Knight we're not too concerned with. The big issue, at least from our perspective, potential for red dragons and sleep. At this point, though, with that much HP, most likely just time wasters versus run killers.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, even if the death necklace is in the treasury, NESCard's probably going to skip it at this point. He knows he's got the stats right now to handle the business.
Yeah, he's in a unique position compared to the other 3. NESCard right-ordered things, so from his perspective, he's only got a 7 out of 9 chance that Death Necklace is in here because he's got Deep Grave outstanding as well. So it's not a guarantee it's even in the Sherlock at all. So unless he's in dire straits and had to blow some heal wars on the way down, 0 chance of him checking otherwise.
Still only 1,000 XP gap on the top race. Both runners are doing really well, all told, on that top race. It's very consistent.
Yeah, and I think ultimately NESCard's grind was ever so slightly faster, especially once he started doing the top offs over in the Breck area, but it wasn't like giantly noticeable. And there we go. Red Dragon number 1 shows up. Run, fail, sleep. We'll see how this goes. Gets away, and we're gonna use 1 herb. Yeah, definitely. I want to see a little more health here because we still got a little bit more zone 2 to get through first. Insert Aaron 222 heal please emote here, but it's getting some good heal walking now. Another red dragon.
Resist stop spell on that one. Ouch.
Yeah, and yeah, we got basically a coin flip stop spell resist here. Does land the second one, but now depending on how the rest of this goes, we may be exactly into that. We may want to look into the death necklace should we end up having to blow.
Yeah, because that was the last of the extra MP NESCard actually had access to, unless he wants to actually end up losing a heal more, because right now he's got 12.
Yeah, so the good news from his perspective is we're out of zone 2. The bad news is we don't know what's down here so far. A wizard, another axe knight, so that's 2 of the 5 slots eaten up by enemies we're not too terribly concerned about. And as we go down these stairs, let there be light. I see the Dragon Lord. He's sitting side saddle in his chair for some reason. I've never understood that, and he looks very menacing. He's very scary.
Blue dragon in the 3rd slot, green dragon in the 4th slot. That zone 3 is not too bad for the level that you're at, but there's also the level 5 and the spike. We still got that to contend with.
Absolutely. So what enemy is going to be on the spike, chat? What do we got? Do we have that sleepy red? Do we have just nothing at all? The one seed ever that rolled with no enemy on the spike. I'm going to say it's going to be that golem. Somebody that's obnoxious. Nailed it!
Yeah, I'd use the flute too in this case. Meanwhile, sillydabbit gets a XP boost by critting a stone man. Good on them.
Yeah, you can see how fast the experience comes along once you get through all that stuff. It's just a shame how the whole coordinates played out there for Dabbit with what was otherwise a very close race up until that point. Meanwhile, up top, we're still, we're still in that like 1 to 1,300 difference. We're through the golem. We're into the Dragon Lord. Should be a fairly free fight. We'll see how this goes.
That golem stayed asleep the whole time.
Yeah, very tired golems. You love to see it. But we're near 14,250 for both runners up top in that pivotal level 18.
Yeah, NESCard uses that herbs trying to keep over 100, but that Dragon Lord one keeps spamming hurt more.
Yeah, it gets a low roll at least on the last one in decent position. Let's see what happens.
We're at 15. I'll keep count on this. $24. And for 32. $43. $56. $68. $76. NESCard, I would have swung on that 49. 90. And 8 heal mores left. 7 heal mores left. 101. $112. $123. $135. And another double, which will bring him to 151. $163, and that'll take down the Dragon Lord. NESCard wins the race and the match, and he will be facing Angel FM in the next round of brackets, which, for those people who have been around the DWR community in the summer tournaments, have seen this happen oftentimes before.
Yeah, very, very extremely well played by NESCard. A very typical handling of the seed from someone of his caliber. And dabbit sees that, and I'll assume by the pause that's probably going to be it for dabbit. Probably knew where he was at based on what hurt Mori have done.
And he did so well this tournament. I was really pulling for him too.
Yeah, dabbit did do very well. Just unfortunately, things happen, and we're joined immediately by our race winner, NESCardinality. GG's, NESCard. How you feeling?
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you so much, everyone. That was a fun seed. A lot of real challenges. Everything really, really spread out. And of course, lots of thinking about where to grind. Like the whole second half of the seed, I was thinking, when am I going to start grinding red dragons? And I died twice on them, and overall I decided that it was never quite the right time. And when we were definitely strong enough, the bottom line was I started to get really strong and comfortable staying alive at the Armored Knights. And as long as I could keep my position there, it was just the better grind. And then once we got to 91 HP, I kept thinking, well, the next level's the ones. I don't think there's any reason to go for red dragons. I think it was the right decision overall to stay away from them.
Yeah, it was a very consistent grind on those Armored Knights. And we'd also like to welcome Silly Dabbit into the chat room. GG, Silly Dabbit, congratulations. You did really well this tournament. But, a lot of things happened in this one.
Yeah, indeed. I still don't know what happened with the cords the first time. I swear I searched every single square near Sharlock, but I don't know if I accidentally took the space instead of searched it, but botching the cords twice definitely didn't feel good in this one.
Yeah, that did cost a lot. And because NESCard was the last one out of the 4 of them to find keys.
Yeah, I knew that swamp area could be hiding something, so I did get to keys relatively early, but that's just the way it goes sometimes.
But you both did really, really well. You know, Dabbit, you had actually taken a pretty substantial early lead. But, you know, some things happened, and yeah, that the coordinates thing did cost. I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry to see you go, but like I said, very good. You had a very good tournament this year.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and GG's again, NESCard, well run, good series, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks so much, and I'm so glad we got to play 3 games. I also want to say I'm really not surprised that I was the last one to find keys. The way I mapped, I got over to the west of Tentagel pretty early, but I didn't get all the way to the wall down there. So the way I mapped, it looked like there was an opening there, so I just assumed we could walk through, and it was swampy, and I just assumed there was nothing there. So yeah, a long time before I actually went back down from Tentagel and got keys.
And also, Darren is about to hit level 18. Ryguy did hit level 18 and is in Sharlock. It's still a close race depending on how Ryguy Sharlock goes. Because it's
that race has been insane. The top race has been really nuts. The difference in grinds at the end of the game has been crazy.
Ryguy, I think, is going to seek out that death necklace.
That necklace, fighter's ring out there as well. So you know he's going to get one of them.
Good point. I missed that.
Yeah, I was at that point. I knew I was probably already toast in this one, but then it was trying to find what should the final grind be, and you guys saw I was kind of toying between a couple different areas.
NESCard was the one who went to Hawksness to go after the AK-47s. Everyone else, all of you did try the dragons at least once. Ryguy and Darren found like roughly the same zone up top and decided to just do a wandering grind in that way instead of something on a consistent spike tile. And they're about to discover that there's a golem on the spike tile here, but I think everyone has the flute, so...
Yeah, I was relieved.
I think.
I was definitely relieved when I saw the golem and that I had a flute. The whole time I was thinking, well, it's obviously going to be a red dragon on the spike, because why not? But yeah, the big thing for me was Hawksness, and it's interesting to hear that people found grind spots. Every good grind I found was just too close to Hawksness to ignore, so I just kept making the walk after every death warp. And then when I was strong enough, of course, I healed in Breckenary.
Yeah, I decided to settle, and I was going to settle in this in the long term. There's like an AK-47 golem grind, and golems were the stop spells were landing, and it felt pretty okay, at least compared to what everything else was going on. Even with low HP, because they had hurt more as well as sleep.
And meanwhile, Darren is in Sharlock, does have level 18, but the tracking's not up to date on that. Ryguy is at level 18, is now a fool and is going after the Dragon Lord. Dragon Lord's going after Hurt more. We're going to see if we're going to do the same. Nope, Ryguy's just swinging through and getting this, trying to get this over with.
Yeah, he threw on his death necklace, so he's got that extra attack power. Should be a pretty straightforward fight here. He got in with all 12 heal mores as well.
Yeah,
the red dragons didn't get him, so that was nice. 13
to start with. And NESCard, you were the first one to find the harp and the token. Oh no, the harp and the stones.
I got very far in my exploration. Like early, first when I went to the southwest, I didn't find anything, but I got really far. And then when I went to the northeast, I made it to straight up to Cole and Breckenary super early. I felt really, really good about that. And then, yeah, I think the last mountain cave chest was where the token was. That was
Mountain
really good.
5, yeah.
I don't remember where the harp was, but I do remember being really glad to find it so early. Maybe it was in...
Harp was in Cole. Stones was in the top of Grave, so you didn't have to... When you found it, you didn't have to dive.
Oh, okay, perfect, yeah. Yeah, I was a little worried about the fighter's ring, but I noticed we had high power and low HP, so I kept telling myself, maybe and likely this will be a seed where we don't actually need the fighter's ring, and thankfully I was right.
And unfortunately, I'm an idiot. I lost count on Ryguy's Dragon Lord attack. He's still going. We're gonna see if he makes it. It could be, they're at the same level, consistent grinds. Darren's about to get to the basement. If something horrific happens here, Darren could easily take this.
Yeah, I think, I was gonna say, we're gonna finish with multiple humors, and there you go. Get some GGs out in chat for ryguy. 3745 gonna take this W up top.
Yeah.
And move on in this tournament.
Ryguy's gonna win the match. He's going up against Destiny of a Dragon Warrior. GG's to everybody involved in this race and this tournament. Y'all have been doing really well.
Yeah, and I just want to thank all of our staff in advance again. I always tell everyone quads are a win-win. It's great for the audience. I think it's easier on the staff for both scheduling and, tracking is more difficult, and that's really impressive. So thanks for putting this one together. I look forward to watching it back.
Although in this case we had Angel was tracking your race for obvious reasons, and Beta was tracking the top race.
And any final thoughts from yourself, Dabbit, as the tournament ends for you?
No, I had a lot of fun playing the tournament this year. Maybe the most fun I've actually had playing this game, if anybody can actually believe that. We always joke about the game, but a lot of fun, great series, and echo what NESCard said. Definitely appreciate all the volunteers and getting as many races as you guys can get broadcast out there. But, yeah, good luck to everybody else in the next round.
Okay, and Ryguy wins the match. Darren's going up against that golem. And, dabbit has left.
Yeah, we'll see if ryguy wants to get in here and do some talking as well here in a moment. But Darren into his Dragon Lord fight, not too far behind. About the same difference it was the entire time he was grinding. The big difference in that top race, Darren also issues with the coordinates and then just putting it off into the very bitter end.
Okay, did Ryguy want to come in for an interview, or is he skipping? There we are. Ryguy, GG, congratulations. Congrats on advancing to the next round. You're up against Destiny of a Dragon Warrior. But how did you feel about this one?
Dude, I don't know. There were like a million different ways to go. It was kind of hard to tell if you were, if I was early to keys or late to keys, and then the grind was a disaster. Hard to tell if there was a better grind out there or not. Don't know. It was a mess. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
The grinds were iffy. NESCard actually did a consistent grind on the AK-47s in Hawksness, but even that was a bit slow because those dragons were just too tricky. Too many dirty tricks this time. You finished just as Darren was starting his Dragon Lord fight, so it was really close. You guys were very close in level and XP totals for a good most of this race. Very exciting, very close race, but congratulations to you both.
Yeah, I will say I hated my grind, but I think I got pretty lucky with those metal slimes. How many was that? Like 8 or 9? That made that kind of work out, but I don't know that was really... I think I got mixed up where I was grinding. I thought there was a green dragon and an axe knight in the same zone, but I think there was a border there and it was different zones, and I kind of got stuck there, and then I started killing metal slimes, and I'm like, I guess we'll stay here. I don't know.
Yeah, the metal slimes were a definite help, especially since, we realized you have to go to 18, and Darren takes down his Dragon Lord for about maybe a 3-minute gap. He's going to take second place, but this is the end of his tournament run this year.
Yeah, very well played. The armor cords count being one of the biggest differences in both races by far. The other piece, and I think I saw chat talking about it again, was Darren identifying the silver shield magic armor grind out of the back of Garenham, doing it instead later out of the either mountain or grave. I think it was the grave. Not as impactful, but it never hurts to have extra gear early on.
It felt so bad doing that when you had, what was it, level 5 or something? We had heal more and hurt more, and it feels so bad sitting there grinding, but it also kind of fell into my lap. Like, I checked the spike tile, and it put me to sleep and murdered me. And I'm like, well, I want to go back to Garenham and go through Swamp anyway. Like, I guess I should take a bundle of money with me, but it feels so bad grinding when you have gold grinding, when you have heal more and hurt more. But like, I think the couple times I set out, it was like blue dragon kills you back home, red dragon kills you back home. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that's what happened with Darren. Darren got into the same thing, went to the spike, with 40 whatever agility, ran from the red dragon. No questions asked. It was interesting. So didn't get the courtesy return back to the castle like you did. But for your perspective, moving on, facing Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, any thoughts on the upcoming match for you?
Not really. I don't know. This was a weird. This was kind of a weird series where the first game of this series, like, I missed the sword for literally 2 hours and was just fumbling around hopelessly. The second seed, everything fell into place perfectly, and this was just a mismatch of like go random places and hope things work out, and it kind of worked out. So I feel like that was the entire gamut of randomizer right there. And so I have no idea what we're gonna expect in the next round. I have no idea what this thing's gonna throw at us next. It's been all over the place.
All right, and Darren's in the waiting room if we can get him pulled down, and we'll see what his thoughts are on this race. Yeah, you can. But yeah, if someone can pull Darren down in the commentary, that'd be great. We'd love to hear from him. Yay, there we go. GG's Darren, welcome in. How you feeling on this race?
Not great. This one's gonna sting for a couple, well, at least today. It was a not fun one to play. I never found a good mid-level grind, so I kept pushing exploration and kept getting pushed back. And then the coordinates I should have and could have kept continuing. For some reason, I thought the curly Q around to it was deeper than I thought, so I gave up when I hit the edge of the water. But it was just right there. So if I had continued that an hour ago and got the armor, it would have been way different. So it's gonna sting until tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow I'll feel better about it. But right now I'm feeling a little down about it.
It was still a close race pretty much the entire time between you and ryguy, Darren. GG, you know, this is the end of your tournament journey, but you did a fantastic job here. If you have any other thoughts about the tournament in general.
Oh, it was fun, and ryguy definitely deserves to advance over myself. So I have no qualms over the end result, and I had fun. Yeah, it was a fun tournament. So I thank everyone for running it, all the volunteers. I'll take a break from today, and I'm gonna be mad at today, and I'm gonna say today I'm never gonna come back to it. But tomorrow I'll probably be signing up to Restreamer Tracker, play the game again tomorrow. It's just like another day. So yeah, I had fun, and thanks everybody, and everyone else. ryguy, yourself, good luck in the tournament.
Yeah, GG's Darren. I don't know. I feel similar to you. I don't feel like I like any decision I made in this seed. I'm kind of curious to watch back and see what you did, what NESCard did, what dabbit did, because I feel like I hated every decision I made in this seed as well. So I don't know. That was a weird one.
Yeah, I'm curious. Where did everyone grind, either mid-level or at the end? What were people's choices?
Oh, I was in a sad little desert with Axe Knights and Stone Men. It was like a couple screens northwest of the castle. I hated every second of it, but
both of you were grinding in roughly the same place towards the end.
Yeah, I think that was the same zone of enemies, just different locations. It was also right below Garenham, which I didn't know that they were there until I was like, I gotta find a place to grind. Oh, let me check this spot of mountains, and it happened to have a decent grind. I wish I had saw that an hour ago.
Yeah, I tried to mess with the red dragon and the golem, and they weren't particularly receptive to my stop spells, but also they weren't casting. Well, the golem was, but the red dragon wasn't casting spells enough to the point where I thought it'd be useful anyway. So I did mess around with those. That Hawksness Spike Tile, I guess they were saying NESCard grinded that and made it work, but that seemed far away from me, like far away from everything to me. I don't know. I kind of hated all the options, really.
Could the tracker bring up the red dragon? Yeah, because that stop spell was being tricky. There was a golem not a couple of screens from the starting zone. A couple times I thought about checking it out, but I figured it's probably a golem and a bunch of junk, and it wouldn't work out. But
oh, it was a bunch of junk, all right.
So I figured if that level 18 wasn't going to be it, which it turned out to be like a huge mega level, and then I felt bad. Like, oh, if level 18 wasn't it, I was going to go check that golem spot. But, all right, 50% stop. That makes sense why I was not having fun with that attempt at the grinding the red dragons.
Yeah, I mean, I will say 18 was kind of funny, right? I'm sure everyone had a chuckle over it when they first saw it, because it was what, you know, you're hoping, oh my gosh, please be the go level. You see 4 power, you're like, and then the 3 agility, which doesn't really matter, but still like, and then 51 HP pops up. You're like, oh, I guess this is going to be the go level, huh? Okay.
Yeah, by that point, we were thinking, you know, that all of us were expecting that there was going to be some huge hit point gain level later on, and turns out we were kind of right.
Yeah, I had, I guess, gambled the bottom of grave earlier, which also was a decision I hated, but I hated everything in this seed, so that's fine. So I knew the death necklace had to be in Charlock, and the whole time I'm sitting there looking at my 70 HP going like, great, it's so awesome that I know the death necklace in Charlock. That's really useful information. Oh, now I've got 71 HP. Okay. And then suddenly you're like, actually, I need to go get that death necklace. Don't need to, but want to do.
Yeah, well...
All right, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take off and wallow on my misery for the day. Thank again, everybody. Super fun today. I mean, I hated the seed today, but I still had fun.
Yeah,
still had fun playing, and I had fun in the tournament. So good luck, everybody. Good luck, ryguy.
Yeah,
and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
GG everyone on the tournament. DK has gone live. He'll be doing the restream of Hoodie Two Shoes versus Fellas in Game 1 very shortly, in about 5 to 10 minutes. So we're going to be raiding over there. I want to thank him, Veluv for the restream, Beta for tracking the top race, and Angel FM for tracking the bottom race. And this is Wander Down, thanking everyone for showing up and coming to support our community. Have a good day.